Hello guys and welcome to this cast. Maybe you have seen it, but Too Sketchy recently casted the game for Saya, and this is the rematch I wanted to show you guys because, yeah, reasons. We're both top 10 players and there's not a lot of Dawn of War 3 content around, so why not? We got at the right corner, he is green, he is mean, he is the Dutch Orc Asylum. And at the right corner we have Saya, which I don't know a lot of. I know she's Korean and she's a girl. We are both spamming workers, as you can see. We got Asylum going for the 3 Gretchens and 2 boys. And meanwhile I noticed Saya is getting 4 servitors. So there's a lot of building potential here, guys. We're both capping points. The boys' hut is being added to the mix for Asylum. Meanwhile, Saya is getting a barracks. And the boys are coming out. We got one group of boys going for the mid place where it will be contested with a servitor. And another one is going top. We got a servitor being annoying, but Gretchen are there, so playing hide and seek isn't effective there. This servitor is gonna die. Meanwhile, there's some Gretchen on servitor action going on right over here. And the reason why there were so many servitors and so little scouts or tactical marine squad is because Saya went for the fast assault marine squad. Luckily for Asylum it gets scouted, so he knows what to prepare for. And meanwhile, due to the lack of squads of Saya, sorry about that. Asylum had a good easy way to capping all the points except this one. And I think she's going for a quick shield generator snipe. Well, meanwhile, being defensively with the LPs added. Of course, Asylum has to react to this. The watt tower's over there, but it doesn't appear to be utilized just yet. And it goes slowly, but you gotta remember that the shield generator doesn't heal. The shield can come back, but the health itself, it doesn't regenerate. Asylum just told him to get out. I don't think he was aware that that they were just waiting, so they could probably be here again soon. There were some Gretchen placed here, so the shield is up. That's gonna save him some time. Meanwhile, there's some harassment of the boys, but the LP is gonna defend it easily, so not too much there. Just some poking all around. Meanwhile, the shield generator is taking some more hits, but Asylum kept his units near, so he should be able to defend it easily. They're gonna jump, but yeah. They have double jump, so it's hard to catch them. Meanwhile, there's gonna be a first war here. The army of Asylum is split now, so with these 2 squads he can defend against the assault marine squad, and with these 2 he's gonna do some damage on the generator. So a bit of a counterplay, I like that. Although I'm casting myself here, so I shouldn't brag too much. Because there are moments I play really badly as well, of course. Let's see. These squads are just waiting because it felt obvious that she was going to go for this again. Meanwhile, there's a lot of action going around. There are a lot of assault marine squads here. They're fighting here as well. These 2 squads should be fine. This one, yeah, doesn't look too good, but there's a Wa, and the Storm Boys just got brought into the field, so that should be able to hold them back. Let's see, will it hit? Yeah, that's a nice hit, it got both squads. The kill team got at it, but it's easy to get him into melee. That's the thing I notice a lot about the Space Marines, they are over aggressively with their kill team. I mean, it's a ranged unit. Of course the drop pod does some nice damage, but she's gonna lose it just because she dropped it too offensively. If she dropped it a bit behind and got a good flamer off, she would have done a lot more damage to the Orc player. Asylum gonna get back to get some Wa on. I think he's gonna get some scrap as well. Yeah, that should be the case. Meanwhile, knobs are being added to the mix. It's 5 minutes 30, so it's quite early. So it's gonna be really hard for her to deal with it. It's considered a bit overpowered also, to be honest. Because after 5 minutes, I got the knob set. I think I will get it around 6 minutes, and she's not able to have less cannons just yet to counter it. So it's gonna be real hard for her. She needs to be very defensively about this. Meanwhile, the annoying little Assault Marine squads are on it again, doing some damage to the shield generator. Meanwhile, Asylum is attacking the shield generator at the top. A lot of Assault Marines there. She really likes her Assault Marine squads. It feels a bit old school. They used to go for that in earlier patches as well, but nowadays they get flamers and less cannons mostly. Will this die? Will it die? No, I think it's fine. It's gonna be just alright, and it can heal up at the main base. So that means Saya has to retreat for now. Meanwhile, the shield generator is going down. She's not in a position to get the knobs yet. Also this, she shouldn't engage it, but she's aware of that. She's a top 10 player, she knows how it works. Meanwhile, Asylum is getting the LP over here. Another, mostly I think defensively walk going on around here, just in case she was going for the generator again. But that wasn't the case. I think it was more of a, I got a Wa here, don't come close to me. But it's just a false alarm, because I only had one squad there, I wasn't going to be able to do anything there. But sometimes just activating it will scare your opponent and buy you some time, so that's what I attempted there. But there were no soldiers here, but I didn't know that. Meanwhile, there comes the Assault Marine squads. She really wants the shield generator. 3 squads. And that's a miss. That's another miss. Well played by her, by retreating just in time. And once again, I really don't like that kill team positioning. Because I can get... Nah, it seems like he's getting away, but it was very risky. If I would have gotten the kill team in melee, it would have been GG kill team again. And if that happens 2 times in early game, she might as well quit. Meanwhile, a chapel's being added here. And what else? Not so much. The Daka hut, Daka, is being added to the mix now. An Assault Marine squad is gonna cap this point. I don't think the Orc player minds too much at this point, because if he gets this, it's way more value to me. I'm talking about in third person by myself, by the way, just to make the casting a bit easier. It sounds stupid to just say I was doing that, I was doing that. So that explains. If I sometimes mistake the Orc player for me, that should explain the matter. Meanwhile, there's a fight going on around here. The LP is going down. This one went down as well, so she only has this now. So that's not a lot of money. And this for now, but it's gonna be destroyed soon. For now the chapel is the main target. And that is going down. Another chapel is being built. And she's just on the back foot. She knows she can't do a lot right now. So for her it's just about holding on now. But she's behind by a lot. The death threat is being added. Death threats are mostly good for sniping generators and sniping turrets. If your opponent has less cannons, they feel useless in fights. And that's why I usually only use them for sniping generators and turrets. And there comes West Maka, always fun. You don't see him used too often, usually it's the weird boy. But West Maka is way more fun in my opinion. Meanwhile, there's some backdooring going on around here, but this fight is more interesting for this game at this moment, so I'm just gonna focus on this. The Q of West Maka, it really hurts elites a lot. It's a fun hero. The less cannons are being built. Which is why the orc player, I'm sure, knows that he should do as much damage as he can, because if Space Marine has like a blob of less cannon, it's gonna be a really hard game. They are so strong. They're supposed to be anti-armor, but to be honest, they're good against everything. And I'm not sure why in the coming patch they're not gonna get nerfed. They're completely gonna destroy orc, but they don't nerf less cannons, which are overpowered as well. But that's just my biased opinion being an orc player. Meanwhile, let's see. This point is gonna get kept back by the crescents. The death threat is still walking around thinking what will he snipe, and I think he's gonna just walk into this one. Hey guys, yeah, that's happening. Meanwhile the kill team is getting recalled. I think if I queue now yeah, it's you're not going anywhere, buddy. But there doesn't appear to be a lot, I think. Yeah, a lot of orc units died as well here. So luckily for him, it appears he's gonna make it just fine. Another death threat is being added to the mix. Some Ludas for anti-infantry. Meanwhile, she's you do have to remember, she's on the back foot like all the time, but late game SM is still extremely strong. Let's see, what doctrines does she have? Okay. So she has the assault leap, she has the improved LP, and she has quicker drop pods. And she has the Imperial Knight Paladin. So if this gets to late game, that could be a problem for the Orc player, since Orc has no late game elite. Meanwhile, some harassment on the economy of the Orc. There doesn't appear to be any units that can stop her here, so she's just free to harass that. Meanwhile, the death threats are coming in for the potential shield generator kill. But do remember, less cannons are extremely effective against death threats. So it's gonna be interesting. Let's see, I think the generator is in trouble. Yeah. One of the less cannon squad died as well, also important. And Asylum is going straight for the turret, but the shockwave get activated and it's gonna be hard to kill it, but I think it should be, yeah, it should be just fine. So that was one shield generator and one turret. Now the question is Saya able to defend against this? Was Mecha utilized his E, his crab turret, so that's very annoying for Saya. Does a lot of damage as you can see. Meanwhile, the power core has gotten some hits, but there comes a dropout, and what is it? It's Diomedes. I think Asylum has to retreat here, despite the Q being awesome first elite. No, he has to run and he knows it. He's like, sorry Lutus, you're too slow, I can't save you, but maybe I can save myself. He tries some poking, but he knows they can't be saved. Meanwhile, one more Dread is added to the mix, and there comes the Killer Cans. Also, Asylum has the long range rocket doctrine, so that makes Killer Cans extremely powerful and capable. Also, the war boss Gorgoth is around. Meanwhile, I think the submarine squad is going for this again, but Asylum kinda anticipated on this by getting the LP, and yeah, there it goes. I think she knows she can kill this eventually, but it will take too long, and Asylum would be able to defend with the units over here, so she knows that, so she backs off. It is the right thing to do. Meanwhile, Dreads are rationing their economy, which is not the thing they excel in, but when they don't get contested, it's all fine. There's a fight going on around here. The less cannons, the blob, they are so strong and also very tanky, so it's quite hard. Luckily for Asylum, the Killer Cans are a bit OP as well, so he should be able to fight that. Oh, what's Gorgoth doing? Oh yeah, Gorgoth. Oh. Gorgoth is just like, screw you guys, I'm going home. That's too bad, because he could have sniped Diomedes there, but he didn't notice. That's too bad. Let's see. Saya has 3 lead points, so it's nowhere near a paladin. So it doesn't look too good for her. Especially being the fact that Asylum has all his leads. And the turret is already destroyed, so he can just walk in there. Saya knows it, and she's a good player. She knows she has to defend this. Less cannons, extremely strong, so yeah. Meanwhile, the Dreads is like, hey, what's going on over here? Some fighting going on over here. Gorgoth's trying to snipe the less cannons, but she finds out in time, and she's just gonna back off for now. While they're safe, they can shoot, and the damage can begin. And Asylum is like, nah, not today. I'm gonna get a while more damage, and then I'm just gonna go in. She's trying to do some harassment on the power generator, but there are still some cans here, so I don't think she will be able to do a lot. No, that's one more. Close. Yeah, she's dead. Meanwhile, Asylum is going in for the kill. But will it be enough? There are some killer cans, was Mecha is there, some Ludas. It seems like a capable army. Meanwhile, the rocks is being dropped. Gorgoth gets it, of course, and she's extremely tanking. So this does a lot of damage. This really sucks for Saya. She gets the knockoff, which is good for her, so at least she can run a bit to safety. But she has, at the same time, she has to defend this. So this is a very hard situation for her. Because if she comes here, let's see, we're gonna get this in slow motion. This should be fun. Because what is he gonna do? Is he gonna fight and defend this? But meanwhile, getting the damage. It appears to be the case. As you can see, she's still in the range. Let's see how much damage this will do. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's so much damage. And that's pretty much GG, I'd say. Yeah, she's gonna surrender. She knows it's over. So it was a good game. It kind of shows the difference between an orc who goes kill against and an orc who decides not to. Because the last game on YouTube, the orc lost to her, but as you can see, if the orcs goes the original stronger meta, it's really hard for most Space Marine players to compete with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and please leave a comment and like it if you do, and I will try to cast more games if you like it. So thanks for watching and have a nice day, guys.